this is Vlad here, and welcome to lesson 8. In this lesson, we'll go over the line tools. So let's start. The first one is the line segment tool. Obviously, it draws lines. It's a pretty simple tool, and if you double click, you can choose the angle, the length, if you want to fill the line. Now you wonder how I did this without actually clicking. If you want to draw at a precise point, you hover over the point, you press Alt or Option, and you click. And you select the options you want, and OK. If you want to move the artboard and the view, you hold space and drag around with the mouse clicked. So space, click, hold left mouse button and move. Release to confirm. Okay, let's move on. The next one is called the arc tool. This draws arcs. There's more drawing if you want, and as well it has options. But best to illustrate is to make a certain point. So again, Alt or Option and click. Now let me explain the options you have. You can choose the length vertical or horizontal. X is horizontal, Y is vertical. You can choose if you want to make it open or closed. You can choose where to start drawing the first point. And you will meet with those small start options later as well. You can choose to make it more slope. So let's try this. Let's try again. And this time we'll make it convex. So basically it changes how it looks. Now I want to show you how it's closed as well. If we click, you see, now it's closed. So the line starts here and ends here, and this is done automatically in order to close the shape. You can also choose to fill the arc. And now we'll move on to the next tool. But first we'll make a little cleanup because our artboard is getting messy again. And let's select the spiral tool. Obviously this makes spiral. You can also double click or click. And you can choose if this goes on the left or right. So let's choose another one. So this inner point starts left, right. Basically, if this is counter or clockwise, let's try again. You can choose the decay. So let's make it 10. Basically, the decay means how many rotations it does have. You can also choose a radius and the number of segments. So let's put 80 and let's put 20. So this will have 20 segments. See, 1, 2, 3. A segment is between 2 points, and you can count them. There will be 20. And this is with the spiral tool. Let's clean up again. And the last two ones are the rectangle grid tool. You can make a grid. This is pretty obvious, but it also has options like having the width or the height, where to draw, how many horizontal dividers you want, if you want to skew to bottom or top. This means if you want the lines shifted towards the bottom or top and have more space between the bottom rows or columns and less space on the top or the bottom. In order to illustrate this, we will make like this and draw a shape here. As you can see now, most of the lines are almost overlapping here. Let's delete those. So we have space. And then we have use outside rectangle as a frame. We can choose to disable it. And you have the fill grid option. The last one is the polar grid rule. This is pretty simple again. It makes a grid with a circle inside. We also have options here like width, position, height, how many concentric dividers you want, basically how many circles you want inside. You can put as many as you want, but be careful because if there are a lot more than the width and height, they will be overlapping. Then you have the number of radial dividers, which are those. You can of course put them at 0. And the next one we draw is just a circle. Press shift to constrain and make perfect circles. Or maybe you want just lines, so we can do that as well. So let's put maybe 10 and put this to 0. And the next time we draw just one circle with lines. You can right click and choose ungroup. Then you can select the circle and delete it. Now you have a perfect array. There are more options to make those arrays, but if you want a simple one, this is using the polar grid. Okay, this is for the current lesson, and see you in lesson 9. Thank you.